everyone. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me here tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time where we can relax and craft together for about an hour, and I work on projects from beginning to end, so you can be part of the process the whole way and join with me and just come and chit chat. So you guys, we are continuing on the Betz White Lil Felt Village. We are making the spooky clock tower, and we are going to work on the embroidery for that. So this is a 12-month long stitch along where we're going to make 3D houses, kind of like those little ceramic villages, holiday villages that you can get. But these are for the whole year, and it goes with the seasons. And we are doing one of the autumn ones, which is the spooky clock tower. And I'll show you guys that. Again, it is on Teachable. So you get all 12 all at once. You actually get the ones that have been released, and then the winter ones have not been released yet. Those will come still. But you will get all the beginning houses so far on the Teachable course. And you can see the link for that below if you want to join in. And let's get going on this. We're going to start the embroidery section, and I'll show you a little bit of how Teachable, what that looks like. It's an online place where you can look up tons of courses to take, and a lot of instructors do their teaching there. It organizes things really well, and I'll show you what that looks like if you're interested. So all right, and you only pay per course. It's not like a monthly thing that you pay for or anything like that, so that's nice. All right, I'm gonna flip you around and we'll get started here. All right, so I got my stack of stuff here. Hold on a moment. Okay. So I have, this is just like my stack of where we left off tonight. Oh, no knitting or sewing tonight, just sitting and watching. That's nice, Joe. So we got all these pieces prepared. I don't think we need any of this Peltex yet tonight. I think we are just dealing with the pieces. And actually, this is all my leftover. I do not need that either. So I'm going to set both of those to the side. And we are going to check out what we have here. I want to show you the Teachable, though, so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at. So this is kind of what you'll see if you just join the course or anything on Teachable. I'm looking at it on my iPad here. So we're doing the spooky clock tower, and just so you guys can see again. So this is like the class. It shows that I'm 15% done with the class because I'm only doing the spooky clock tower right now. Oh, it doesn't look like the images are loading very well. So let's see if I can even see some of the clock tower stuff. So this is where we were cutting out the Peltex, and it gave me all the instructions on how to cut out everything. Let's see if I can get, oh, there we go. So that's what we're making. We are making the spooky clock tower. It looks like it just needed a little time to load there. We have all the pieces cut out for this. So she's introducing the course here, the project. So we are going to start doing all that little embroidery everywhere on this. So, all right, we have cut all the pieces. So we are over to this new section now, which is the stitching. So I'm going to just go to that part of the course. And what's nice is that, like, when you're done, you just say complete and continue, and it will mark down that you've finished that part of the course, and you'll see how far the percent that you're done with the course there. So we're going to start this tonight. This first image isn't loading on my iPad. My Wi-Fi just might be not so great tonight, but it is a picture of the door. So we're going to start here. So we're going to take the door, and I'm going to scoot you guys down here now, and I'll just follow those directions here. But we're going to find our door piece. All right. So it is black. We're also going to need, we're going to need this guy here. Oh, here, I already kind of put the door together. So here we are. So at this point, I'm going to take off these templates if we don't need them anymore. So I'm going to take this off. And this is just our freezer paper, so it should just come right off. Okay, so it looks like the first thing we're going to do is kind of temporarily glue that. I don't think it says use, we don't need to use the tacky glue. So we bought some tacky glue, and then I also have just my glue stick. It looks like all we want to use this for right now is to just to hold it down while we stitch. So we're just kind of basting it. We're not doing our permanent gluing, like what we'll need to do when we put it on to the actual final piece here. It's just to temporarily tack it down, and it's felt, so it stays pretty well. But let's throw a little bit on here. Let's see if there's, okay, apply a layer of glue stick to the back of the door and center it on the door frame. Okay, this was the door. Put some dabs on there, and let's center it on the door frame. It's fun, I know I mentioned this before, but it's fun doing other people's projects because it really, it's just really interesting to see how other people write instructions and how they do things and stuff. Like this is kind of interesting. Like, okay, we're gonna baste it with this glue, and you know, I haven't worked with felt like this all that often, so it's fun to do these projects that are a little bit different. I'm just trying to center it a little bit. Ah, it's so cute, the little orange, or the gold yellow. Okay, let's go to the next step. Using the black floss and a running stitch, embroider through both layers about 1/8 of an inch from the door. So again, to look at my instructions here, this is what we are attempting to do. We are just stitching a running stitch around the outside there. And then after that, we'll be putting on our little metal door things. Ah, cute. All right. It's nice to have the photos to work with too. So, all right, let's do this door. So I have my floss here. I actually didn't need all this floss, I don't think. I think I only need the black, but it's kind of nice to have these other ones. Like if we want to add some extra details here and there, like, you know, maybe our vines, or we have like leaves that are this color crawling up the side if we want to do that ivy. But for now, we will just use the black, and I'm going to use all 6 strands. It doesn't say to not. I think all 6 strands will look pretty cute. There might be instructions at the beginning. Let me check quick, like some embroidery instructions, but I think we're gonna do all 6 strands. That'll be pretty. So here's a little trick. If you there's like ends sticking out on either side, if you can kind of find them. If you pull from the side that has the larger label, so there's like a small label and a bigger label. If you pull on the one with the larger label, it shouldn't get tangled, and I can actually leave it all in the skein like this yet. So I can pull, let's get another little bit out. There, it's not tangling at all. So little hack if you pull from the side with the bigger one. Okay. All right, I need an embroidery needle. Let's get Zeb out here. So Zeb is my little feller who carries my needles. And there we go, an embroidery needle. We'll keep Zeb out here too. Zeb would look awfully cute next to this clock tower when we're done. All right, threading my needle, I'm just gonna throw a knot on the back. And let's just do that running stitch all the way around. So about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. So we're gonna go like around here. So just a running stitch. And I'm not too worried about this because we're going to glue this whole thing to the back, so I'll just tuck in that thread towards the back once we're ready. Tracy, I'm just using 6 strands. I'm not sure. There was embroidery instructions on how to do all the embroidery stitches at the beginning of the course, but I didn't look at any of those since I kind of know how to do the stitches, so maybe it mentioned it there, but I'm using all 6 strands, and now that I'm looking at my stitches and looking at the stitches in the photo, I'm guessing that she probably used all 6 too. It all kind of depends on what you'd like to do. The 6, I think, look really pretty with felt because it's pretty bold. I think the felt is pretty bold too, so I'm not being delicate with it. So I'm using all the strands. If you use less strands, then your lines will just be a bit thinner. Oh, this is looking cute. So you could draw on this. Like if you were worried about keeping it 1/8 of an inch away, I mean, I'm already kind of veering this way. But if you were worried about that a little bit, you could, with like an air dry or a water soluble marker, or just like a chalk pencil or something, you could draw the line on first. Yeah, 6 makes it stand out. I agree. I think you're right, Joe. Just because it's just more floss. It's a heftier line, and with a heftier fabric like this, it's almost like, I mean, it's whatever you want it to look like, but it's in my head right now, it's almost like when you are stitching jeans or something, you use a bigger needle and fatter thread because you're stitching jeans, which is a little heftier. So that's kind of like with the felt too. Ooh, these stitches look good on the yellow, don't they? They're really bold on the yellow. This would have been cute with the burgundy too. These stitches. But we'll save that. We'll stick to these black stitches like in the instructions, and then maybe we'll add some extra details. We talked about maybe some vine or ivy growing up the side. I don't quite know how we do that yet, but I think it'd be a fun idea. So we'll do all of the stitching that Betz has us do in the instructions, and then we'll decide if we wanted to do it. Want to do extra stuff. Oh, it's cute. All right, I'm going to put one more. I'm going to try and get one more little stitch in here. I think we can get one more in. Okay. Cute. There we are. The nice thing about these instructions too is we don't really have to trace anything. Like I didn't have to draw anything here to figure out where it goes. All right, I'm assuming I tie it off using a black floss and running stitch embroidered through both layers from the door. All right, we actually are going to put some French knots in, so I'm actually not going to tie this off yet. I'm going to leave it here. Next up, we are getting these 2 little guys out. Oh my gosh, cute! So we're going to glue these on top of the stitching we just did. It looks like we just put it on with glue stick. Again, we're just kind of holding them in place, and we're going to stitch 2 little French knots on either end. I didn't label these, but I'm pretty sure that this is where they go. Cute. I just stretched it out a little bit. I want it to overhang a little bit, so I just stretched my felt. It is felt, so it is a little malleable. So they're a bit too skinny, so I pulled them out a little bit there. Now they kind of overhang. So let's grab this glue again, and we'll baste those in place. Kind of just need to put like a tiny dab here. I mean, we're just kind of, this is just to hold it in place. So, okay, it was about right here, I think. These are like those big metal beams holding the door together. And we're going to put a little French knot on the ends, like it's a big bolt, bolting it down. And I think I'll put it in line with this stitching. I think that'll look good. That looks like what Betz has as well. Ah, cute! All right. It's already feels sculptural. Like it's already, 3 layers thick. And it feels like these are the bars on top of it. It's building upon each piece, which is kind of fun. So I left the needle and thread on. So I'm going to just jump up from where I'm at here and do the French knots. So let's. Oops, the closest part is right here. Oop, I'm wiggling it a little bit. Gotta keep them steady. Or keep them even there. We'll do one and then the rest we can keep even. So French knot. It's gonna be cute. I keep knocking the glues over. Oh, look how sweet it is. It is like a big bolt. All right, let's do this next one. And then these sides we're just gonna have to really even out to make sure that they're not crooked, even though it actually would look kind of cute crooked. These big metal bolts. All right, let's pull our thread tight. Cute, right there. Yeah, I'm just gonna say cute like all night long, I think. That's kind of what this project requires. It just requires saying how cute it is every 2 seconds. All right. Ah, I almost said it again there. It's just so sweet. I think it really is like the 3D aspect of this that's just making me happy right now. It still feels like we're building. All right. Little bolt there, and let's even this out a hair. The brown door would have been really cute too, but I like our little golden door. All right. Not used to doing French knots with all 6 strands. They're nice, big, hefty knots. All right. And there we are. Cute door. All right. What is next? Next, apply craft glue to the back and layer it onto the pedestal, following the placement shown in the template. So, all right, I'm going to just tie this off now. So I'm just going to tuck it into like some of the other stitches and tie a knot. This will get glued down, so I'm not so worried about it coming apart or anything. Okay, let's snip this. I'm going to actually snip this a little. Well, now we'll let it be. Okay, so, there's our door. It is adorable. Adorable. Okay, so here is the pedestal. Okay, so we will put the door right here. Let's see, I'm kind of wondering. So I'm looking at, I think this is actually the front. So I'm gonna, it looks like it's centered in there. So I'm gonna pull this paper off. We have to remember that this is the pedestal. And the images, I'm looking at the images in Betz's teachable instructions. and that's helping me a bit too. Okay, so it's centered in this bottom line, just kind of like that. All right, so let's get our real glue now. So this is the tacky glue. I haven't opened this yet, so I might need to pull apart a little bit, or I don't know, do you have to cut off the top or something for this? It's been a while since I've used tacky glue. It just says apply on surface, press pieces together. That's exactly what glue is. So it looks like this is a cut the top off sort of situation. So let's do that. Yeah, I don't think it's an open or close thing. No. All right, so let's just snap that off and we're good to go. All right, so I'm going to just start off by just kind of tacking down all these threads so they're not in my way anymore. There we go. All right, and let's just slosh this over the back, I guess, right? I mean, I don't think this is being held on by stitches anymore, so the only thing holding this piece of felt to the back piece of felt is the glue. So it's not like the parts of the door that were being held on by stitches. So the glue is pretty important for this part. I don't quite know how much to put on. I haven't worked with felt all that much, but I'm guessing we want to get the edges pretty good. I don't think we'll put on so much that it'll go through. I don't know. I don't think we really need to put any on the inside, do we? Just get enough on the outside here. I don't know. That looks pretty good, right? Let's put a little extra dab there. All right, let's flip this around, and we're centering it on that bottom line. About right there. I think something like so. It's so freaking cute. Okay. Follow the markings on the pedestal template. Embroider chain stitches with black floss along the lines in between each wall panel. You'll stitch 3 lines plus a 4th at the far right edge. Okay. So let's take a look at these next instructions here. So we are going to stitch these lines. So maybe we should just kind of maybe transfer these lines on. You know what? I think I'm just going to fold along these lines. That'll be I think I can kind of go from point to point on here, but just to double check that I got them right. And I think I'm going to just take a pen, this is my friction pen. I don't like this using this all the time, but I think just for a line that we'll be covering up, I think we'll be good to go. So I'm just going to use this kind of as a template. We'll fold this back, and yeah, we're just basically connecting our points here. So all right, that's enough for me to follow. I just need something to aim for when I'm chain stitching. So that's the deal. This would have maybe been a good idea before we put on the door, so we could center the door a little bit, but it's just helping me draw a straight line right now. Okay. And right here. Okay, and Betz also mentioned we'll do 3 lines. That's these 3 lines plus a 4th at the far right edge of the felt piece. So we're going to do a 4th just like right along this edge, it looks like. So like right there. That's kind of interesting. So, okay, so we have 4 lines to stitch now while this guy's drying. Kind of squeezed them out, so I'm just kind of scraping up the edges. It still looks pretty it's not all that centered, is it? Let's see if I can push it to the left a little bit. I think I'm probably got it down now. Actually, that might have helped a little bit. That looks like it's gonna stand up straight. Ah, it's cute. All right, let's add the lines there. And you know what? I'm almost tempted to do it in the different color. So what we're doing here is, let's look at this again. So I am working on next the stitching the lines up those lines that I just did. But let's look at the overview again. Let's look at the clock tower again. So these are going to be like these lines right here. I almost think it would be kind of cool if they were like that same burgundy color. Or we could just do black still, because then it would look like these were coming up to like the little black platform. So it'll be like a little platform here, and a burgundy underneath there. Or we could do the black. So we're dealing with these corners here, and maybe even, you know, these bricks would be kind of cute with the burgundy as well. Maybe, I don't know. Let's. I'm going to go back to the stitching the pedestal instructions. That's what we're working on now, and I suppose we just have to decide. So, all right, I'm going to flip back down here. I gotta get a picture of it in my head, you know? I mean, it's not really all that big of a decision. I should maybe just go with what she has written there. But so it'll kind of be like this. If we're looking at it flat, we'll have the burgundy. There'll be like a little pedestal. And then this will go underneath it. So we could have black going up into this black area. Let's just kind of pull some out and see what it looks like. So this is what the black would look like. Or we could try a different color, like this burgundy. So again, I'm going to pull from the side with the big label so it doesn't get all tangled. It's a little magic trick, although I think it is already getting kind of a little tangled there. Oh yeah, I think it got hooked on another bit up here. Hold on. I'm making a mess now. It just got a loop hooked into it. There we go. Now it should be fine. Even though it's not as pretty anymore. But there we go. All right. So that's what burgundy would look like. That's pretty cute too. Oh, I don't know. Let's stick with the black. Decision made. Maybe those bricks though would be cute in burgundy. I don't know. Can't decide. All right, I've just pulled a couple little bits out of here again. Do the burgundy. Yeah, I'm undecided now. If we did the burgundy for the bricks, that could be pretty cute too. And then maybe the black would go with it. Let's see. Pretend these are bricks, and these are the black lines. The black here could maybe frame those bricks a little bit. I think let's do the black for the lines, because it does kind of like outline the shape a little bit, and then let's do burgundy for the bricks when we get that far. Okay, good. I like it. Then we got a good combo going. Okay, so a little chain stitch going up here. So I'm thinking we probably won't get that much further than these chain stitches tonight. That's fine. All right, so she's going way off the edge here. So I'm just putting the needle in like really close to the edge. Ooh, and we got the 6 strands as well. So again, with this knot, I'm assuming I'll just kind of tack that up with some glue. I'm using a size 5 embroidery needle, so this is just my normal embroidery needle. Nothing fancy. It's got a sharp point, which is different than a cross stitch needle, even though they look very similar. And it has a large eye, so I can fit this big fat thread through. All right, and I'm just following that line that we traced up here. Burgundy and mortar for the brick shape. I like that. Yeah, let's do the burgundy for those like lines on here. I think that'll be cute. Ours isn't quite as spooky as of a clock tower. I think this is more of a collegiate, like an old school East Coast campus type clock tower. I think the colors that I ended up picking feel collegiate to me too. That might be because they're University of Minnesota colors on accident, but I thought they looked very autumny. So then that's what we're doing here. We're making an autumn an autumn spooky clock tower. We're just making an autumn oh my god, I wanted to say spooky again. We're making an autumn clock tower. There we go. I think we should put some ivy on it still. That might take some extra time and stuff, but it'd be kind of cute. Ivy running up the side. A castle clock. There we go. Gryffindor. Yes, that's totally what it's like, isn't it? It's like a Gryffindor clock tower. That's what we're making. So we should stitch like an owl on the side. That would be cute. Okay, I like that idea. We could stitch a little owl. We could draw an itty bitty owl and have it perched on it or something. Ooh, okay, I'm liking that. A little snowy owl. I bet you we could make it totally look like it's perching on one of these towers, and then we could make another one flying in. Ooh, I like it. And then we could add some ivy to it still. I don't know, something about putting ivy on this clock tower seems good to me. Again, let's get all the basics down. Let's get all the parts that are in the instructions. Like even putting the brick on, we can put the ivy would go over the brick anyway, so we have to put that down first. Oh, you could put a real clock in the tower. Oh, that would be actually pretty cute. You could just have this sitting around all year then. So this is good. Yeah, this will definitely give an outline, because look, this is actually going to be folded over like this, right? So from far away, it will look like a nice big thick outline. So it's a cute idea. I like having the lines here. I do not know if I have enough floss to get down the other side, but I'm going to try. All right, so I'm almost at the top. I got to put my last little anchoring stitch down. There we go. And I'm going to just tie this in the back, and I'll just start the next row. I'm going to start them all from the bottom and go up, just so that all my loops for the chain stitch are in the same spot. Oh my god, this is so freaking darling. I'm just going to tie a knot. I know normally I like weaving in the ends, but in this case, we're going to just do them all knots and be done with it. We'll glue them down with a little bit of glue, I think, ultimately, too. The whomping willow tree next to this would be really fun to make. Okay, so tying the next little knot. Again, I'm not quite sure I have enough thread here, but we're going to give it a go. All right, we have a couple more of these to go. I don't actually think we will get them all done tonight, but we'll get close. So I'm doing the sewing method of the chain stitch, which is working nice for this project, I think, where I just go in and out, and then I catch the loop. but in and out in the same motion. Hold it sideways there. That's especially nice if you're not using a hoop, and we don't need really a hoop with all this. Oh, funny, Leslie. Yeah, so it is part of that bigger project. So you can't just get this. You can't just get only this spooky clock tower. It's part of the whole 12-month, 12 pattern collection. But you do get all the patterns and instructions for all those other ones too, and they are freaking dang cute. I still like this ice cream stand one, and there's these little beach houses. The summer ones I really like, and actually the one that came out before this is a little schoolhouse. Oh, that's why we got talking about Anne of Green Gables last time, because it just reminded me of Anne of Green Gables, this little schoolhouse, and it even had a little bell tower with a little bell in it, which was just pretty adorable. You could probably stitch a real bell into there too. That would be cute. Anyway, they are pretty cute, but yeah, it's a bit of an investment, but you do get all the patterns, and they are adorable. Yes, and the lighthouse is just gorgeous. That one reminded me of Anne of Green Gables too, from Anne's House of Dreams. All right. Oh, it's fun. Some bricklayers and cement masons in the family. That's cool. All right, I have just enough floss for this, I think. I'm going to do just one more stitch. I'm going to make it just a hair big, because I don't think I can get two, but one kind of biggish one will do the job, I think. Yeah, I think that's good enough. We'll just extend the stitch a little higher. All right, yeah, I think we can get these other two done tonight yet. All right, looking good. Oh, you have a bunch of wool applique that you haven't done yet. Yeah, I have a lot of wool scraps. I think it might be time for coming up with a wool project for some of those, or even adding them as like little doodads or something for an embroidery would be cute, like adding some wool flowers to an embroidery or something, or little wool pom-poms or something. We'll have to think about that. Yes, Sue Spargo is amazing at the combo of wool and applique together. All right, let's grab some more floss from here. I'm going to grab like two more. Yeah, we'll grab one more just in case. There we go. A couple pulls worth. Scissors doesn't want to cut anymore. Okay. So I know this is horrible, and I keep saying this, but I still do want to do that notebook cover. The problem is I'm still writing the instructions for it to make it a little bit better, and that's what's taking time. But that would be a cute one to add some felt to. So we'll have to go over that. Or I do have a project in mind for October. I wonder if I can get some felt into there. I'll have to think about that a little bit. All right. We'll scooch up this row quickly. And we have that one extra on the edge. Yes, hers is a good newsletter for sure. The Sue Spargo newsletter. Alrighty. Cruising along. This is one of my favorite stitches. I think it's just so sweet, and it just reminds me of crocheting and knitting because it's similar to those stitches and just makes me happy. Oh, you just looked up Sue Spargo. Very cute stuff. Yeah, she does a lot. I think she has her own floss, like wool floss for the wool embroidery stitching, wool felt stitching. Wow, just getting this door done and these lines on here it really feels, I mean, like the project is just kind of waking up a little bit, isn't it? Like it just feels exciting. It's just, you got texture and color on it now, and you know, the shapes are coming together. It's just really kind of fun. I can tell I'm gonna want to do more of these little houses. All right, last stitch. And we just need that little anchoring stitch. Oop, come on now. There we go. Oh, where'd that scrap come from? All right, I'm gonna tie this off again and back, and then let's do that one extra line. Oh, that's that's how we're doing it, Robin. We're breathing some life into it now. All right. Oh, funny, Robin. All right, I'm going to tie the last little knot off. And we got this little bitty edge right here. So I suspect that, you know, this will be attached like this, and we're going to want to have a line there, but we're going to want to do it where we aren't actually stitching over that join, is what I suspect. So I'm going to get it right up to the edge here. I might go a little in between my line that I drew and the actual edge. That line, in theory, will come off with some heat. I'm not going to worry about that yet. So I think we're going to have to sketch on these bricks once we're there. So that I'll probably have extra little lines here and there too that'll have to come off. So I'm not going to worry about the little line right now. Actually, you might not even see it when I'm done. It's kind of funny to hold on the edge like this. Let's try going this way. Yeah, but then my hand isn't right. We'll go upright. There we go. That feels best. Yep, that feels best for sure. Well, this is pretty painless today. That feels good. I think tomorrow, let's see what's next. Okay, tomorrow is the bricks. And it looks like we're just using the drawing as a guide and kind of drawing them ourselves on here. It's not like we're actually transferring the design or anything. So we'll do that. We'll just kind of sketch it on. And we'll probably start that tomorrow. So we can start fresh, like the next step fresh. Yeah, so we'll stitch all the things that are in the instructions, like what we're doing now, and then we'll look back at the piece all assembled, like the photo of it, and decide, okay, where would it be cute to stitch a little owl? I love that idea. Stitch a little owl and some ivy going up one side of it, maybe. That would be kind of cute. Or up the front of it or something. Or from the side to the front. That would work. Little vines and ivy going up with some pretty flowers. We should do like bright golden flowers or something. Or red, like we have this burgundy. We could do the burgundy plus like some other reds and greens or something that go together with it. All right, last stitch. All right, and then just that anchoring stitch to hold that loop in place. Okay, tie that, and we have those lines done. Cute, 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 cute. We have a little black left here, so we can use that somewhere else. I did not tie that knot very well. But like I said, we'll just tack these down with some glue. I'm not really worried about them. All right, let's check it out. All right, there we are so far. Tacky glue seems to be tacking. So, all right, this will end up being, I mean, we'll put this on the, let's find it. This will go onto, ultimately, it will go onto this stuff, this Peltex. So I'll probably glue these little ends up first, but this is what's going to give it some sturdiness. So I just was curious what it was going to look like. I would want to just peek there. So it'll be like this. It's adorable. There we got our lines on here. This is a little tab that will go down, so that'll be that line there. Nice. So that's just so sweet. All right, that is the start of our little spooky dooky clock tower. Yeah, so I think next up, we put bricks on either side here. Yep, we put bricks here and here. So again, let's take a look at the instructions there. So we will mark those lines, and I think I'll have to look at the template again to do that. It looks like just some straight lines. We can probably figure it out, but you know, it's nice to look at the template. And then that's it for the pedestal. So we'll do that tomorrow for sure. And then it's on to the next part of the instructions, which is stitching the tower. Ooh, look at this. So then we'll be putting our little windows on, and that's gonna be pretty dang adorable. Little window sills. So a lot of gluing all our pieces. So that's great. So we'll at least be able to prep all that tomorrow, I suspect. So tomorrow we will, finish putting the bricks on, and we'll use that burgundy for that. I think that'd be kind of pretty, especially with this just this pretty light gray wool. So we'll be getting these guys out, and yeah, and then we'll prep all the stuff for that next section. It looks like we'll be working with yeah, I think this guy right here. So we'll be working with some burgundy and cutting out all our windows and all that. So that'll be fun. Cool! It's adorable. All right, you guys, I'm going to flip you around and we'll call it an evening. Hello, so let me show you it again. All right, it's cute. So there we are so far, and again, like once it's all kind of like folded and in its little world, it'll end up being like that. So that'll be pretty cute. Ah, that door is just so sweet. All right, fun. So we're gonna continue just doing the embroidery on this, and if we do some of our ideas, like the little owls and the ivy going up, it might actually take us a little bit of time. So we will continue with the parts and the instructions. We'll do that, and then we'll see what we want to add to it after we finish that. So that's what we'll be doing this week, and I will continue it next week if we are not done with it yet. I think next week, the next part of the instructions might be released as well, which is the assembly, which is the construction of it all. It's making it sturdy and then putting it all together. So we might be just continuing on to that if we are just finishing the embroidery or aren't done with the embroidery yet. So awesome. I'm excited to see what those instructions are like. It's nice how Betz has this where she's just giving you what you can handle, basically. Like, just like, let's just only worry about the embroidery this week, you know, and like, don't get overwhelmed with like the assembly and all this other stuff right away. So that's been kind of nice. I can only see ahead as far as this embroidery, and that's enough. So all right, awesome, you guys. And again, if you wanted to check out this project, click the link in the post here, and that will take you to the Betz's project. And I think you can go to betzwhite.com probably as well and check it out there, or her Instagram as well. So awesome. I will see you guys tomorrow, and have a great evening. Good night.